Welcome back everyone to another Weather Glance video. In today's video we'll be covering a potential tropical depression that will be affecting portions of the southeastern Atlantic this week, all coming up in just a bit. Alright, and on our first slide, we're taking a look at our 2-day graphical tropical weather outlook with the National Weather Service. And as you can see, we have that little yellow X there over portions of Georgia, so that's maybe central eastern Georgia, and as you can see we have a 10% chance on this system of it becoming a tropical depression within the next 2 days. So as you can see we see very little development within the next 2 days, but right now this isn't even a low pressure system, but we do expect this to undergo cyclogenesis within the next 2 days, and that will carry on the future development. So once it moves over the warm moist waters of the Atlantic, we could see the potential for tropical depression development, though the shear is very low right now in that area. So that's why we are kind of struggling to figure out what this will be. As of right now, tropical storm development looks very low, as well as tropical depression development, but we do expect it to go under cyclogenesis and then transform into a tropical depression as it makes its way up the Atlantic. Alright, taking a look at our first precipitation outlook model. This is kind of give you an idea of what the precipitation will look like. It just gives you an idea of where this tropical cyclone will be. But currently we're taking a look at the GFS. This is just one of 3 forecast models that we will be using all the way out to the 80-hour mark from today. And currently you can see that we do see the potential for a low pressure development down in the southeast. Right now it's kind of putting it over Florida, but expect that to go up a little bit north. This is with the GFS. There you go. And you can see that it kind of bounces around off of here and then kind of makes its way northeastward. But the GFS is kind of keeping it only a low pressure system, a 1018 low pressure system. So that's 1018 millibar low pressure system. And you can see that's not a lot of strength at all. So the GFS is kind of keeping this as a kind of a weak tropical non-tropical system. So you can see that the GFS is saying that we really won't have any tropical development with this, which I kind of agree with right now, but I could see the potential for tropical depression development within the next week or so. Alright, moving on to the ECMWF, which is our European model. You can see the European kind of takes it down to a 1012 millibar low pressure system. So that is getting closer to tropical storm development or tropical depression development, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. So I am expecting this to go to tropical depression development, but definitely not tropical storm development, as that risk just seems too low for right now due to the lack of shear and really just warm moist water over down in the southeast. Even though it's very warm and moist down there, because you see a lot of that storm development, we just don't have enough energy down there to support this kind of tropical storm development that we've all been talking about. Alright, moving on to our final 3 out of 3 forecast model, which is the NAM. This goes all the way out to the 84-hour mark, like the rest of that we've shown you. And here you can see that we do see the potential for tropical depression development on the NAM. We have a 1016 all the way down to, so 1016 millibar low pressure system. That's keeping it kind of weak as well. So the higher millibar low pressure system, the weaker it is. And you can see that we all keep it in the 1000 millibar range on all 3 forecast models. So you can see we don't see much development with this system. So no tropical storm development is likely, although we do see the potential for tropical depression, which could bring the minor impacts of rough surf and potential severe thunderstorms as we make our way through the week as it rides up the northeast coast. So the entire Atlantic coast could feel slight impacts from this, but mainly just keeping it mid-Atlantic. Alright, now we're taking a look at the surface analysis data from the National Weather Service, and you can see we're going to place this low down for you, and right now we currently see it where this cold front is meeting this warm front, and we do expect this low pressure system to make its way out eastward, out near this low pressure system where this is currently placed, and we do expect it to kind of be the same as a 1018 millibar low pressure system. But once this goes under cyclogenesis, we do see that potential for it to make its way up the Atlantic coast as a tropical depression. So we do see our tropical depression right here that could potentially be around this area and make its way up, bringing tropical impacts, very minor tropical impacts such as heavy downpours and rough surf. But that is really what we're looking at right now. But as you can see, according to the surface data, we already do see this potential for this to go under cyclogenesis, but we do only see scattered showers right now, so this will be more of a 2-day thing. So this won't happen overnight. This will be more throughout the end of the week into the weekend. That's when we'll see that happen. All right, now we're going to take a look at our, this was taken right now, and this is surface data. So this is our sounding down in the Mississippi area where that low pressure system is expected to happen. And you can see that we do have a good, close to 2,000 joules per kilogram of our most unstable cape. Our surface cape is 400 joules per kilogram. But mainly we're looking at that entire atmosphere, and we do see that we do have a bit of energy to support this this development of this system, but our main development will be off of the coast in the Atlantic. According to shear, though, we don't have a lot of shear in the atmosphere. Our 1 kilometer all the way up to 6 kilometers in the atmosphere, we don't have much wind change. And you can see up here too, our wind speed with height, we don't see a lot of that vertical shear either. So we don't really have a lot of shear in the atmosphere to support this storm over the Mississippi area. So if anything is going to happen, it's going to be out over the Atlantic where some shear may be provided, but we still don't see as good of a shear for that. So that's why we don't see that tropical storm development really in our future. All right, I want to thank you all for watching. Big thanks to today's sources. We have a few of them here. Pivotal Weather, where all the forecast models seen in today's video came from, the National Weather Service Hurricane Prediction Center, and as well as the National Weather Service map data where those surface maps came from. I would ask that you consider subscribing for more U.S. forecasts free of charge, and I would ask that you consider following the Weather at a Glance official Facebook page for more inside information and complimentary personal forecasts when you message me on my Facebook page. Again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.